Hi, welcome back to my channel, the Bag Maker Society, and day 2 of Vlogmas. Happy 2nd of December. So I've made it to day 2. So today I've got my 24 days of bag making, day 2 to open. I've got a couple of things that I've received to share with you, and I've also made a new pattern up last night. So it's the first time I've actually made anything by this person, so I'll share that with you too. But first things first, let's get into our advent box. So let's find day 2. Ooh, day 2. Exciting. Right, let's move this box out of the way. Oh, I'm excited for this one. I feel so bad sort of ripping in the beautiful wrapping. It must have took Emma so much time. Oh, how gorgeous is this? I've had some of this in a slightly different colour before, and it is beautiful to work with. I had a darker green. I'll go and see if I can find the bag that I made with it. So ironically, the bag that I made in the fabric that's very, very similar to this one is actually a Studio 77 pattern as well. It's a Vicky May. So this is the darker green that I've had previously. I'm just going to pop this back into its dust bag. But this is sort of like a lighter green. It's gorgeous. Hopefully the camera is picking that up. So I mean, this goes really well with the zip pulls from yesterday, so I'm really excited to see kind of how everything that Emma's got in these boxes comes together. But I'm super excited about this one because, like I say, I have worked with this vinyl before and it is beautiful to work with. So that is my day 2 of my advent box. It is now, I've been so good not opening it. It's sat in the box, like sat underneath my desk, unopened, absolutely, it was fine. But now that it's open, it's like a box of Jaffa cakes. I just kind of want to open them all, so it is killing me and not just dive in and open the rest. But I'm going to be good. I promise I'm going to be good. So I'm going to show you something else that I've received this week. Little bit different for me, but hey ho, I'll explain all in a second. So I've been sent one of these badge makers. I know it says button maker, but it is a badge maker. I use a couple of the HTV Ront products, and they messaged me and asked me if I would like and use one of these. And at first I thought, I'm not sure how much I would kind of use that. But then I thought, you know, it's probably to use it a little bit differently to how other people would use it. To use up scraps of fabric and make them into kind of badges, brooches, that sort of thing, because we all know how much we are left with little tiny scraps of fabric. So this literally came the other day. I think it's had a little bit of a fight with the Royal Mail guy. So I'm just going to kind of open it and see what's in. And then during this week, I'm going to have a little bit of a play with it. So I'll kind of, in future videos further down the line in the week, kind of show you how it works, and I'll show you any bits and pieces that I have made with it. But like I say, I think I'm probably going to see how it works with fabric as opposed to just paper, and making badges with paper, because like I say, I think it'll be a good way to use up bits of fabric and create something a little bit different. So like I say, it had a little bit of a fight, but I think it's okay. It's all fine. So there is quite good instructions on the back of sort of like how it all goes together. I probably will ropey grumpy to make sure that I do put it together properly. So inside we have instructions again, which I think pretty much the same as what's on the back of the box, but it means that you don't have to keep the box handy to see what you're doing. There is obviously the circle cutter. Now I imagine this is probably going to be mostly used on paper. I'm not sure how it will work with fabric, but it will be easy enough to create a template to draw around to cut fabric out, and then I'll probably keep this purely to use on paper if I'm making badges out of any paper designs. Oh, this is heavier than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why. Let's move this slightly out of the way. I don't know why, but I thought this was going to be I don't know, a little bit more plasticky than actually what it is. I mean, it is plastic, but it's solid. So it looks as if it is all pretty much put together. And know that you do need to have a gasket in one of the parts. Oh, this must be this part here. I did read that if this isn't in place when you're putting them together, that it won't work. So yeah, so that it does come out quite easily. So you need to make sure that you keep this safe. Probably sort of keeping it like that so it doesn't fall out. But again, I thought I was going to have to assemble it all, put it all together, but it's come all ready to go. And you also get, I'm just going to check the box, 110 badges, like blank badges. So you've got the front and the back. You've got paper templates, and oh, it looks like you get a spare gasket, which is good. And obviously your plastic. I think I want to have a try and sort of see what the fabric badges look like, both with and without the plastic over them, whether it makes a difference or not. There's some Allen keys here. Obviously some of these things need tightening up, but I am going to have a proper read of the instructions. When I say I'm meaning Andy. I'm going to get him to have a look and make sure that it's all set up properly, because I have a tendency not to read things fully and just dive straight in. But yeah, but I think that might be a bit of a fun thing for us to have a bit tinker. Sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. Have a fun sort of tinker about with in the next few days. I've got a couple of people who I could kind of make badges for to add into Christmas presents. I think that would be quite a good idea. Anybody who knows me in real life is obviously having the thoughts right now that I am going to be printing out naughty words and making naughty badges. That is probably going to be a thing for me too. I obviously won't show that on my YouTube just in case it gets me banned, but that was an initial thought as well. Oh, I can make naughty badges, because that is my sense of humour. But I do think having it to be able to use up scraps of fabric and make them, even having them as a base and making them into kind of brooches, adding ribbons on, I think I want to have a bit play about with that. How often I'll get to have a play with it, I'm not sure. I think it looks pretty easy, so I probably might get to tinker with it a little bit more than what I think I would, because it doesn't look difficult to use. It looks like it's already set up. Like I say, it comes with, I'm not going to run out of badges anytime soon, and they are a really good size. They're not little tiny badges, they're a really good size. They're 58mm. So if you've got a nice pattern in fabric that you kind of want to show off, I mean obviously if it was really big you'd lose it in 2.5 inches, but you're still going to get quite a good image of that pattern in your fabric, I think, anyway. So yeah, so that came this week. With total transparency, this was gifted to me for my opinion on it. Obviously, like I say, I do use both the HTV Ront, that way, heat press, and I've got the mini press. I love both. I absolutely love both. So I can't see any reason why this won't be exactly the same and as easy to use as the other two things are. But I'm quite excited to have a bit go. Get Andy involved. He'll probably enjoy this as much as me, because he likes tinkering on with things like that. So I'm going to pop this away, and then I'm going to show you something that I've made yesterday with a new designer that I haven't made before. So I made this last night, and I can't believe how quick and easy this was to make. I'd seen it on Butterbags, YouTube. I followed her for a little while, but I've been watching a few more of her videos lately, and she has just released this pattern, and it's fab. I think it's so classy. Like, it's, you know, it literally looks like a sunglasses case or a glasses case that you would buy, you know, in a shop. This is the larger version. I'm going to have a bit go with, I'm pointing behind because the pattern's behind me. I'm going to have a bit go with the small version as well. The large version is kind of designed for, you know, like quite big, oversized, either glasses or sunglasses, and then the normal size is for your regular size glasses. But if anybody recognises the fabric, this is a little tiny bit of scrap that was left over from the bag that Andy made. And I had this vinyl. There was a scrap big enough for that. This is just a press stud that I set with my rivet press. And it literally, I cut it out and made it in about 25 minutes. It came, and that was the first time of doing it. It came together so quickly. She's got a video on her YouTube channel going through how to make it, so I will pop a link in the description box to both the pattern and I think she's called Rebecca, to Rebecca's channel, so you can go and follow her. She makes loads and loads of custom bags and basically goes live and sews these custom bags live on both TikTok and YouTube. And yeah, I follow that because I'm like one of those kids that watches other kids play with toys on YouTube. I watch other people making bags on YouTube while I'm making bags. It's just kind of what I do. So that is kind of my morning. I think we're going to pop out this afternoon because I need to get a few bits and pieces, and I'm hoping that it will be quiet. So that's going to be the plan. Andy's got a bag on the go at the moment, so I will try and share that with you each day as it comes together. He's making a bag for his dad for Christmas. He's making a Tribbiani Traveller, and he's going to be making it in the regimental colours of a sapper, which is a Royal Engineer, because that's what his dad was for 22 years. So yeah, I'll show bits and pieces of that probably tomorrow. He's just started kind of putting the handles and the strap connectors together. So we probably might work on that a little bit this afternoon while I am plodding on with very boring work things. And then I'll kick them off the machine later on so that I can sew. But yeah, that is my day. So I hope whatever you're up to, you've had a lovely day today, and I look forward to chatting to you tomorrow. See you soon. Bye.